Elon Musk is often seen as someone deeply rooted in science and logic. Yet one quiet afternoon, during a public Q&A session, something unusual happened. A little girl, barely 8 years old, raised her hand timidly. When called upon, her innocent yet profound question silenced the room. She asked, "Mr. Musk, do you believe in God?" The audience, filled with engineers, scientists, and fans, froze. Whispers stopped, and all eyes turned to Musk, waiting for his response. How would a man who spends his life in the realm of logic and technology answer such a deeply personal question? This wasn't about rockets or cars. This wasn't about innovation or progress. This was about something far more profound, something that has puzzled humanity for centuries. And now, it was up to Elon Musk, a man seen by many as the face of the future, to address it. Musk's face, often calm and composed, showed a flicker of emotion, something rare. He paused, adjusting the microphone in front of him. The little girl's eyes stayed fixed on him, full of curiosity and trust, as if she expected an answer that could change her world. The room remained utterly silent, a tension growing with every passing second. Everyone waited, not knowing what to expect. Musk, after all, is a man of science. Would he dismiss the question? Would he give a diplomatic answer? Or would he delve into his personal beliefs? He began softly, his voice steady, yet reflective. "That's a very important question," he said, locking eyes with the young girl. The simplicity of his tone made it clear that he wasn't brushing it off. "I've spent most of my life trying to understand how the universe works," he continued. "I've asked myself countless questions about existence, life, and why we are here. And sometimes, when you look at the vastness of the universe, it feels overwhelming, like there's something much bigger than all of us." The audience leaned forward, captivated. Musk's words hinted at something deeper, something beyond just science. He explained how, as a child, he had been curious about everything. "I wanted to know why the stars shine, why the earth spins, and what makes life possible. But even as I searched for answers through science, there were always questions that didn't have clear explanations." Musk shared a story about his youth, a time when he'd lie awake at night staring at the sky, wondering if there was a greater purpose to it all. When you think about the universe, with its billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars, it's impossible not to feel small. And yet, here we are, able to ask these questions, able to think about our place in it all. That, in itself, feels miraculous. His voice softened further. "Some call that miracle God. Some call it the unknown. But whatever name you give it, it's something we all feel in our hearts." The little girl listened intently, her face full of wonder. Musk's words were not about defining God in scientific terms or denying his existence. Instead, he talked about the role of faith. "Faith is not just about religion," he said. "It's about believing in something bigger than yourself, something that gives life meaning. For some, that's God. For others, it's love, kindness, or even the hope for a better future." He looked around the room, addressing everyone now. "What matters most is how that belief shapes your actions. Does it make you kinder? Does it inspire you to help others? Does it give you strength in difficult times? That's what faith is truly about." Musk's answer was not what anyone had expected. It wasn't a dismissal, nor was it a firm affirmation of any one belief system. Instead, it was an invitation for everyone to reflect on their own understanding of faith in God. The little girl, still holding the microphone, seemed deep in thought. After a moment, she smiled and said, "So, you think God is in everything good we do?" Musk nodded, his face lighting up with a rare smile. "Yes," he replied. "If God exists, I believe he's in the good we create, the kindness we show, and the curiosity that drives us to learn and grow." The audience erupted into applause, but the little girl wasn't finished. "And do you think he's watching us right now?" This question brought a chuckle from Musk. "If God is watching," he said, "I hope he's smiling, because this moment, right here, is proof that we're asking the right questions. And maybe that's what matters most." The moment became a lesson for everyone present. It wasn't just about Elon Musk's beliefs or the little girl's question. It was about the power of curiosity and the courage to ask questions others might shy away from. For many in the audience, the experience was transformative. They realized that even someone as brilliant and logical as Musk didn't claim to have all the answers. Instead, he embraced the mystery and encouraged others to do the same. News of the exchange quickly spread. People from all over the world discussed Musk's answer, sharing their own thoughts on God and faith. The little girl's innocent question reminded everyone that no matter how advanced we become, some questions will always remain timeless. Elon Musk's honesty and humility in addressing the question touched hearts worldwide. It wasn't about proving or disproving anything. It was about connecting on a human level, finding meaning in the mystery, and recognizing that some answers are found not in science, but in how we live our lives. The little girl's question, simple yet profound, will be remembered as a moment that reminded us all of the beauty of asking and the courage it takes to wonder. The conversation between Elon Musk and the little girl sparked discussions far beyond the room where it took place. People from different cultures, religions, and beliefs started reflecting on their own understanding of God and the universe. The simplicity of the little girl's question resonated with people of all ages. It wasn't about proving or disproving anything. It was about opening a door to curiosity and reflection. Social media platforms lit up with debates and discussions. Some praised Musk for his humility and honesty, while others used the moment to share their own perspectives on faith. Videos and articles dissected his words, with headlines like Elon Musk's remarkable answer about God and a little girl's question that made the world pause. For many, the moment wasn't just about Musk's response, but about the courage of the little girl who dared to ask such a profound question. People began to see the importance of allowing children to express their curiosity about life's biggest mysteries. As the story spread, it became clear that it wasn't just about religion or science. It was about humanity. Musk's response reminded people of the common ground we all share, the search for meaning and purpose. Whether through science, faith, or personal experience, everyone is on a journey to understand their place in the universe. Leaders from different communities shared the story during speeches, emphasizing the importance of curiosity and open-mindedness. Teachers used the moment to encourage their students to ask questions without fear, fostering an environment where no topic was too big or too small to explore. In a world often divided by beliefs, this exchange between a scientist and a child brought people together. It showed that even in our differences, we are united by the same fundamental questions. In the weeks that followed, Musk was asked about the moment in interviews. He admitted that the question had made him think deeply. "I've been asked a lot of things in my life," he said during a podcast, "but that question was special. It reminded me of the importance of keeping an open mind, no matter how much we think we know." Musk shared how the experience had reignited his own curiosity about topics beyond science. He even mentioned reading works by philosophers and spiritual thinkers to gain a broader perspective. It's humbling to realize that some questions don't have a definitive answer, and maybe they're not supposed to. His honesty inspired many. People admired that a man known for his intellect wasn't afraid to admit that he didn't have all the answers. It showed that even the smartest among us are still learning, still wondering, and still seeking. As the spotlight fell on Musk, many also wondered about the little girl. Who was she? What inspired her to ask such a question? Journalists eventually tracked her down, and her family shared that she had always been a curious child. "She asks about everything," her mother said. "She wants to know why the sky is blue, why people cry, and yes, about God." The little girl herself was surprised by the attention. "I just wanted to know what he thought," she said in an interview. Sometimes grown-ups have answers that make you think about things in a new way. Her innocence and curiosity touched hearts worldwide. She became a symbol of the power of asking, reminding everyone that wisdom often comes from the simplest questions. The exchange didn't just inspire individuals, it sparked change on a larger scale. Schools began incorporating lessons on critical thinking and philosophy for children. Discussions about God, existence, and the universe were no longer confined to religious studies. They became part of broader conversations about humanity and purpose. Religious leaders and scientists alike used the moment as an opportunity to build bridges. Conferences were held where theologians and scientists came together to explore the intersection of faith and science. The story of Musk and the little girl was often cited as an example of how different perspectives can coexist and enrich each other. Years later, the story continues to resonate. It's shared in classrooms, quoted in books, and remembered as a moment of genuine connection. It teaches us that no matter how much we know or achieve, the most important thing is to stay curious. The little girl's question wasn't just about God, it was about the courage to seek answers, the humility to admit what we don't know, and the willingness to listen to others' perspectives. As Musk himself put it in a later interview, the most important thing isn't whether you find all the answers. It's about asking the questions that matter and letting those questions guide the way you live your life. This simple yet profound truth is something we can all carry with us, no matter who we are or what we believe. It's a reminder that the journey to understanding, whether of God, the universe, or ourselves, is a lifelong process. And in that journey, every question, no matter how small, has the power to bring us closer to the truth. The little girl's question to Elon Musk symbolized something universal, a yearning for understanding. While Musk's answer was heartfelt, it left many realizing that the search for God or the deeper meaning of existence is a journey, not a destination. Across the globe, people began revisiting ancient questions. Why are we here? What is our purpose? Is there a higher power guiding us? These questions have been asked by philosophers, scientists, and spiritual leaders for centuries, but they took on new significance in light of this moment. People of different faiths reflected on how their beliefs aligned with Musk's words. A pastor in the United States remarked during a sermon, "Even a man of science recognizes the beauty of the unknown. That's where faith begins." Meanwhile, a scientist in Europe commented, "Musk's words show us that science and spirituality are not opposites. They are two ways of seeking truth." For many young people, the moment sparked a new wave of curiosity. Parents and teachers noticed children asking more questions about life, faith, and the universe. Why do people believe in God? How do we know what's true? These were no longer questions reserved for adults. They became part of everyday conversations at home and in schools. Organizations dedicated to education saw this as an opportunity. They created programs encouraging children to explore big questions through discussions, storytelling, and creative activities. Philosophy workshops for kids became popular, allowing them to express their thoughts on topics like God, morality, and the meaning of life in a safe, open environment. The ripple effect was profound. A single question from one little girl had inspired countless others to think deeply, to wonder, and to dream. Elon Musk, already celebrated for his contributions to technology and innovation, found himself seen in a new light. His response to the little girl's question revealed a side of him many hadn't considered, a thinker willing to confront life's biggest mysteries with humility. Books and articles were written about the moment. One biography dedicated an entire chapter to the event, calling it "The Question That Defined Musk's Humanity." Musk himself reflected on the incident during a keynote speech years later. "In all my work, whether it's rockets or AI, I've always sought answers. But some answers, like the existence of God, aren't meant to be found. They're meant to guide us, to make us better people, and to remind us of our place in the universe." His words resonated with audiences, solidifying his legacy not just as an innovator, but as a thinker who valued the mysteries of life as much as its certainties. The moment highlighted a simple yet profound truth. Asking questions is one of the most powerful things we can do. It's how we learn, grow, and connect with others. The little girl's question wasn't about finding the right answer. It was about sparking a conversation that allowed people to explore their beliefs and reflect on their lives. This realization led to a renewed emphasis on the importance of questioning in society. Universities introduced new courses focused on the philosophy of science and religion. Communities organized interfaith dialogues, encouraging people from different backgrounds to share their perspectives. Even in daily life, people began to embrace curiosity more openly. Families started discussing topics they once avoided, like faith, mortality, and purpose. It became clear that the act of asking, of wondering, was as valuable as the answers themselves. The little girl, now grown up, occasionally reflects on the question she asked that day. "I didn't realize how much impact it would have," she says in interviews. "I just wanted to know what he thought. But looking back, I think it was more than that. It was about reminding people that it's okay to ask, even if you don't have all the answers." Her words echo Musk's own sentiment. It's the questions that move us forward. Whether we're exploring the universe or trying to understand God, it's our curiosity that defines us. As the years pass, the moment serves as a reminder that some mysteries are meant to remain unanswered. Whether we call it God, the unknown, or the infinite, there's something profoundly humbling about accepting that we don't and can't know everything. This acceptance isn't a defeat, it's a celebration of what it means to be human, to wonder, to seek, to believe in something bigger than ourselves. These are the things that make life meaningful. And so, the little girl's question lives on, not just as a moment in time, but as a symbol of humanity's eternal quest for understanding. It reminds us that sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is simply ask. One theologian wrote, "Elon Musk's answer was a beautiful acknowledgement of humility. It was a reminder that even with all our advancements, we are still small in the face of the universe's mysteries. And that's where the beauty lies, in not knowing, but still seeking." This story became a shared touchpoint for humanity, reminding us that questions about God, existence, and purpose are universal. No matter who we are or where we come from, we all grapple with these timeless mysteries. Elon Musk's thoughtful response also inspired many people to reconsider their approach to life's big questions. Instead of seeking definitive answers, they began embracing the process of asking and exploring. After all, as Musk himself noted, the journey is often more important than the destination. For many, the story was a call to action, not to solve every mystery, but to live with purpose, kindness, and curiosity. It reminded people that the most profound truths often come not from answers, but from the act of seeking. The little girl's question not only touched Elon Musk, but also left a lasting legacy of its own. She became a symbol of curiosity, innocence, and courage. Schools named programs after her, designed to encourage children to ask big questions and think deeply about the world. In a world that often values certainty and quick answers, her question stood as a reminder of the importance of humility and wonder. It showed that even the most complex issues can be approached with simplicity and sincerity. Years later, during an interview, the little girl, now a young woman, reflected on how that moment changed her life. "I didn't realize it back then, but asking that question made me realize how powerful words can be," she said. "It wasn't just about what Elon Musk said. It was about the fact that he listened, that he treated my question with respect. That moment taught me that every question matters, no matter who you are." The story continues to resonate because it speaks to something deeply human, the desire to understand the mysteries of life. It reminds us that questions about God and existence are not just abstract ideas, they are reflections of our shared humanity. Whether or not we find the answers, the act of asking connects us. It brings us closer to one another and to the truth, whatever that may be. Elon Musk's response, the little girl's question, and the global conversation that followed all point to one universal truth. The search for meaning is what makes us human. As time goes on, the conversation about Elon Musk's answer and the little girl's question remains relevant. It serves as a gentle reminder that curiosity is the heart of growth and discovery. People who reflect on this moment often express how it gave them the permission to explore difficult topics, whether that be their faith, their doubts, or their understanding of the universe. It became a catalyst for many to start their own personal journeys of questioning. People from all walks of life began to ask themselves not only about the existence of God, but also about their own purpose in the world. What legacy do they want to leave? How can they contribute to humanity's collective understanding of life, love, and meaning? Elon Musk's vulnerability in admitting that some questions are beyond our understanding was a moment of honesty many needed. It allowed others to see that embracing uncertainty doesn't make someone weak, it makes them human. The story is a testament to the importance of maintaining a childlike wonder, regardless of how old we grow or how much we think we know. Ultimately, the message remains clear. Life is an ongoing conversation, and as long as we continue to ask the big questions, we are part of something much bigger than ourselves,